always believe that new technology, even new software, everyone starts from scratch again, yeah? Because it's new for
No, Trace,
everyone. So
there are multiple opportunities. Really, it's sorry,
yeah, yes, yeah, go
I'm
ahead. That's the
enthusiast,
idea.
right?
That's the idea.
No,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, look at the audio industry. It was you needed to have a big audio console, and there needs to be big old microphones and probably a vintage 24 analog tape track and that sort of things. How does it look today? With a computer, with a MacBook just like this one, you can run your favorite studio without any issue. The game changed tremendously. Everybody can be an audio engineer. Of course, you need to have the ears, and the source needs to be right. The musicians need to play well, and you need to have the right acoustics for the room to do the recording. But all the other process, it's a one-man show. The same thing is happening in video. It could be maybe a video editor, but if he's interested in doing the whole thing, he can do it with normal photo equipment, or call it maybe a Sony or a Canon camera or Nikon. Don't forget Nikon. Voila. Um, you can shoot pretty nice video and do editing. You can have even a free editing suite. It's the DaVinci Resolve suite, for instance. It's not just for color grading anymore. There are Hollywood movies being edited on DaVinci Resolve, and it's for free, the basic version, that is. So there's actually no boundary that you need to cross anymore. There's a lot of possibilities for people that just want to do things. Of course, I don't like the pandemic, and I'm looking forward to see COVID get out of the country as soon as possible, or get out of the world. That's probably better to say it like this. But actually, when it happened, it was the best period ever. Yeah, you look surprised, but to every downside, there's a flip side, and there's the good side. So when we were sitting together with our chief engineers, our chief technicians, a group of 15 people, we were asked the question from the colleagues of Studio Brussels, how would we do a concert? And maybe in a few days, I don't remember, it was from the idea till the realization, it was 10 days. We put the brains together and say, well, how can we fix this? And we were on air. I believe it was a Facebook live stream. We pulled out a real big audio suite to do all the audio stuff. We used the big old SDI mixing gallery. There was some social with a vMix on top. And it's just this type of agility you need to have. And bringing those people together was just magic, because they all understood we need to do something in this pandemic. We need to bring the extra flavor, or the pinch of salt on your potatoes, or however you would call it. And it brought
Yeah.
magic to the table. So we had the virtual tour of Flanders. We had the Studio Brussels concert. We had really something for you, I would translate it. It was an archive program with four well-known Flemish people around the central host, and it was all done remotely. Uh, I still remember over the weekend we switched all our editors who normally said, no, 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 we need to be on site. It needs to be in our edit suite. Over the weekend, they were editing from home. Kid you not? So, of course, people understood the urgency because of a pandemic. That's normal. But now it's even hard for some people to come back because they understood, well, it's nice to work from home. There are some positives to the site as well. Of course, it's not for everyone, right? People do have kids at home. It's sometimes difficult if you don't have your own small spot to do your job, etc. But there's definitely a plus side to problematic moments, I would say. Suddenly, people
Yeah.
were more
It,
eager to change or to learn.
yeah. And it's what you just mentioned also, eh? It is opening a window. You have people who get to a higher level of knowledge, who learn new knowledge and new skills, and you cannot unwind that. Eh? I think you cannot unwind
No,
the
no,
fact
no.
that suddenly you have
Mm,
people who took matters in hand. The entrepreneurship is quite important because you have to be
mm,
allowed to do it. Eh? You have to
mhm,
have some issues that were not moving fast enough because of the decision levels. Uh, you have to have the freedom. It also shows that you have a new way of having ownership and responsibility, because we tend to forget that aspect sometimes. If
Yeah,
we,
but then there's another interesting thing as well, I think, and we don't need to underestimate this as well.